Welcome back to Let's Play Capo 2. Man, my motivation has gone down the toilet lately. I'd say it's because I'm having like a recent, I don't know what word to describe it. In other words, I just feel depressed lately and it's like, it sucks. But anyways,
ちょっと付き合ってもらえる？
what do you want? I have to go see Mrs. Goshi-sensei.
いいから来なさい。ちょっと気になることがあるの。
Anzu grabbed my arm. Hey, you don't have to grab me. I'm coming with you. Let's go. Let go.
逃げない。
Anzu stares at me. Let's see. Oh, no, 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 no. What is it you want? I think this is an any choice situation. I think. Is it? Because I forget what day it is. Just go with that. What is it that you want?
来ればわかるわ。
Her eyes didn't look deceiving as usual. It didn't look like she was trying to put me in a trap or anything. Okay, I'll come with you. She took me in front of class 2-1. Oh, this classroom is Yume and Amakase's class. Anzu nodded when I looked at her for confirmation.
午前中に会った時、様子が変だったから、ちょっと心配でね。
She looked into the room. I followed suit. I saw Amakase holding a mop in the center of the classroom. You know, it's just random with this music. And just like that description, it sounds like a depressing image, doesn't it? A robot with a mop as a piano plays in the background. Even though there were other students there, they were getting ready to go home.
貴様ら、掃除をしなくてもいいのか？
See, Amakase, we'll leave the rest to you.
なんだと？当番をサボるつもりか？
I don't see the reason why I have to do that, do you?
どういうことだ？
Do I really have to explain? So keep up the good work, Amakase. The male students left the classroom laughing. Those who weren't assigned to cleaning duty were just ignoring the whole thing. Assholes! They were leaving the room as if they were avoiding her.
くそ。
Amakase lifted them up to smash it onto the floor, but she stopped. Then she heaved a sigh. What the heck is going on?
見ての通り。やっぱりね。
Anzu nodded as if she was convinced about something. So does the class know about it now as well? Anatsu started cleaning up by herself.
みなつ？あ、アンズ先輩。掃除道具、よこして。え？よこしなさい。
Anzu grabbed the mop out of Amakase's hand and started mopping the floor without saying any more. I was expecting a badass turn of events where she, like, throw the mop at the students leaving the classroom. You asshole!
アンズ先輩、どうしてここに？いいから、さっさと終わらせる。はい、じゃあバケツを。
Amakase looked up and then our eyes met.
桜井。
Hi.
アンズ先輩に桜井。どうして？
Well, we just had a hunch, you know. We're the cleaning crew.
は？
Never mind, we just felt like coming here to give you a hand, right, Anzu?
そういうこと。
Let's finish this together, Amakase. I took 2 more mops out of the locker and handed one to Amakase. Here.
ありがとう。
What did you say?
なんでもない。さっさと終わらせるぞ。
Right on, I'm a cleanup expert. I'm certainly not. I spun them up and posed like a kabuki actor. That's the That's the horrible thing about cleaning. There's people that enjoy cleaning, and then there's people who don't enjoy cleaning. I fall into the latter on that. Just like, in my family, just like, my mother is the clean freak. My sister, well, she's not really a clean freak, but she keeps her house clean at least. But when she comes out into our house, just like complete makes a mess. And she does the most absurd thing. She'll take a can, drink a bit of it, and leave it. Like a nearly full can. It's just like, what a fucking waste. But yeah, so whenever like there's a mess and my mom notices, it's just like, right then. Just like clean, 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 clean. I wish I was good at cleaning, but I lack the motivation.
掃除サボりの達人でしょ
Shut up. I didn't know what happened, but Amakase seemed to be in trouble. I mean, with cleaning, it's like, okay, you got a bin for rubbish, you got a bin for the recycling, it's bung all shit in there, and then just like, but it's still not clean. It's just like, yeah, you've got to place things and stuff, and that's the bit where it's just like, how do they do that shit? Like, put all these things away. Where is there to put things away if there's not much room? I've like got quite a number of guitars. Where the fuck should I put them? Just like, some of them are stored like literally under the bed, the corner of the room. It's just ridiculous. My room is just too small. I didn't know what happened, but Amakase seemed to be in trouble. I didn't like cleaning very much, but I felt the urge to help her. Okay, I'll clean the hell out of this place. Well, if it's mopping, I suppose that's one of the things where I'm just like, yeah, this is alright, as long as it doesn't involve picking a lot of stuff up and putting it into certain locations in neatly order that I wouldn't have a clue how to do because I don't know where to put shit. Just like, okay, I put this here, put that there. They haven't seen each other since, before New Year's, haven't they? Hey! After a little while, Yume came to the classroom. Where have you been?
どこって私外掃除の当番だったからっていうか何をしているんですかここ私たちの教室ですよ
Well, just like they say, to see what is right and not to do it is to lack courage.
いや全然意味がわからないですゆめ天風さんなんで兄さんたちがいるんですか他の男子たちは
This is gonna be the saddest mopping up of floor that I've ever seen, man. The music, just like, sadly as we mop the floor.
見ての通りだみんな港に押し付けて帰ってしまったまたもうあの子たち
Did Yume just say again? What does that mean? Has there been something like this before, even though the third term has just started?
途方に暮れているところにアンズ先輩や桜井たちがやってきてくれて手伝ってくれたというわけだ
So maybe it isn't that they discovered that she's a robot and more of they just generally see her as different and like just leave her do all the work, we'll just bugger off home.
たまたま通りかかったの
Anzu just made it up.
ね
Yeah, that's right.
兄さん
Yume smiled shortly and went to get a mop from the locker.
私も手伝いますゆめいいんだぞお前は今掃除を終わらせてきたばかりだろいいんですよここは私たちの教室ですもの兄さんたちばかりに任せてられないでしょゆめすまないさっさと終わらせちゃいましょう兄さん
Sure.
そんなこと言ってる間に磨く
Okay.
みんなありがとう
The four of us cleaned the classroom completely. Anyhow, the way Amakase's classmates acted bothered me. What was going on? How they found out she's a robot, or they've always been
なるほどね。
douchebags. I came by the nurse's office after helping Amakase with the cleanup. I almost forgot Mizukoshi-sensei wanted to see me because of that incident. Mizukoshi-sensei nodded after hearing what I told her. I'm sorry, but that's why I was late. I'm not trying to make excuses for my coming here late, but I thought I should inform you on this.
言ってくれてありがとう。ちょっと厄介ね。
Yeah, it does. Maybe some people don't think well of her because of her personality. Amakase and her classmates didn't look like they were getting along well. That was somewhat expected, but I never thought it'd be a serious problem because of Amakase's apathetic attitude.
一応、桜井くんはしばらく天笠の周囲に気をつけてあげてちょうだい。
Yes.
まさか、天笠がロボットだってバレているとは思いたくないけどね。念には念を入れて。
Okay.
じゃあ、本題に入りましょう。スキー旅行の時のことを最初から詳しく話してちょうだい。
Sure. I started talking about the ski trip in as much detail as possible, including the misunderstanding. Her eyes, she's always making faces every time she appears. Hmm?
楽しそうね。こっちはスキーなんてもう何年も行ってないっていうのに。
Serious?
なんで私を誘わないかな。
It's like, screw the whole talk about Amakase. I'm pissed off that you didn't invite me. Excuse me, but could you put your personal feelings aside for now?
ああ、ごめんごめん。ついね。
I've never been skiing before.
それじゃあ、その遭難しかけたってことを除けば、特に今までと比べて変わったことはなかったのね。
I think so. She didn't run out of banana min and I wound her spring when needed.
よくバナナなんて持ってたわね。
Yeah, I just happened to... I made it up.
だとすると、わからないな。
Did the skiing wear her out?
みなつのボディの使用を考えると、その程度であんな状態になったりしないと思うけどな。
Maybe.
再点検が必要かな。
Just maybe. The banana thing that he made with his hands. Maybe that's the cause. I don't know. Mizukoshi-sensei started murmuring to herself.
あるいは、メンタル面から来る熱暴走と捉えるべきか。
Or was it because it seemed a bit too close and personal while winding the coil spring? She looked a little excited about skiing.
他には？
I can't think of it. I didn't get to make her do anything weird when we were playing the king game either.
王様ゲーム？
Shoot! Slip of the tongue. Mizukoshi-sensei raised one of her eyebrows and went cockeyed.
いいわね、若いのは。そういうので盛り上がれちゃうんだもんね。
Don't give me that distant look.
で、その嬉し恥ずかしい王様ゲームで桜井くんはいろいろな目に遭っちゃった。
I'd rather you didn't probe it. They were mostly silly ones, but nothing really happened with Amakase and me then.
だからか。
I could barely hear her. What?
突如芽生えた嫉妬の気持ちで自分の気持ちに気づき、どうしていいかわからなくなって混乱したってのが妥当な落としどころかな。
What are you mumbling about?
ああ、いや、なんでもない。大体わかったよ。
If I could understand Japanese, would I have been able to translate that, I wonder? Or if it was like really just mumbling, like she could be like the equivalent of that. Is that all?
ええ、もう帰っていいわ。あとは適当に報告書を作成しておくから。
Okay, see you then. I got up and left the nurse's office. Anyhow, the fact that Amakase was a robot got leaked and she was having trouble with her classmates. It seemed that problems were welling up one after another. When I walked to the main gate, I saw Amakase standing there. It looked like she'd been waiting for me.
いや
Oh, Amakase, I thought you went home with Anzu and Yume already. You know, with the turn of events lately, I thought like everything was gonna get gloomy. Like in a real hurry. It's like, I already feel depressed lately. Don't freaking add to that. Just like, thanks, uplifting music.
ああちょっとな野暮用を思い出したからアンズ先輩たちには先に帰っててもらったんだ
I see. Were you able to get it finished?
ああそれはもう済んだだからついでにここで貴様を待っていた
She's been waiting for me. I'm impressed. I see. Let's get home then. I tapped her shoulder lightly and started walking.
別に貴様と一緒に帰りたくて待ってたわけじゃないからな置いて帰るのもかわいそうかと思うこら先に行くな水越博士は何か言っていたか
No, I just told her the details about our ski trip.
そうか博士には一度港の方から詳細を告げたんだがな
Maybe she wanted a different perspective. I just talked to her over the phone then.
そうかそうだよな
We fell quiet for a while.
そのすまなかったな
She surprised me with a sudden apology. Sorry for what? I didn't think she had done anything she needed to apologize for.
ああいや掃除手伝ってもらって
Oh, about that, it was nothing. We just wanted to help you.
すまん
You know, mopping the floor doesn't really sound all that bad to me. I mean, if it was a job, I'd be like, fucking constantly mopping the floors. But if it was just like once in a blue moon kind of thing, just like, yeah, let's do this. Mop, 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 mop. What are you doing? Mop, mop, mop. I'm mopping. You're not mopping the floor anymore. You're mopping the walls, the windows. You're mopping everything. You're mopping my face. What are you doing, you fool? Amakase apologized again, even though it wasn't necessary. By the way, I couldn't believe the attitude that Amakase's classmates had towards her. Are they always like that? Stupid sophomores, maybe I should beat them up. Just like, yes, that's always the answer to these things, right?
いや前はああじゃなかった3学期に入ってからだ
That's one thing I've thought of. It's just like, you know, like a lot of people will be like, violence is never the answer, except in some cases. Well, why the exceptions? Okay, violence is only the answer in certain situations, such as if someone were to badmouth you, violence is not the answer. If someone has wronged you, then kick the shit out of them. What? You know, it just seems weird. So it started during third term. Why? Or it's just like, violence is not the answer unless it's sport, then we encourage it. I had a bad feeling about this.
それが
Amakase hesitated. I nodded and urged her to continue.
奴らうすうす気づいているらしいみなつがロボットだということに
That can't be true. Was Mrs. Koshi-sensei's guess right?
はっきり面と向かって言われたわけではないだがそんなような素振りだった
I was aware of that possibility, but I don't think of what to do after it turned out to be true. How many people do you think know about it?
最初はあのグループだけだったが奴らの態度のせいで今ではクラスの半分以上が気づいたと思う
Oh man. That was why girls didn't do anything about the boys' rude attitude. And you must have noticed that. She's sharp, so she must have known from the way Amakase acted. That was the reason why she wanted me to come to the classroom with her. Anyhow, why didn't Yume tell me about it? There must have been chances to talk to me.
夢は悪くない。彼女はみなつに優しい。それにまだ3学期が始まったばかりだ。
So, how did it get leaked? I recall the faces of the people that saw us at the ski resort. Some people didn't look very trustworthy.
あいつらを疑うのは良くない。
Minatsu tried to protect them.
あそこにいた連中はみなつを友達と言ってくれた。だからあいつらを疑ってはいけない。
Well, I want to believe so too. But people talk, rumors spread, and shit like that. We live in a very gossipy society, I suppose. It's possible that they talk to some friends they trust. They might have talked to their family, girl or boyfriend or close friends. Then the person who'd heard about it might have told another friend they trust. That's usually how rumors spread around. There's no bad intentions, which is why it's so hard to prevent it from spreading.
あの日、みなつが倒れたのは往来の真ん中だった。学園関係者の中に目撃者がいてもおかしくはない。
So, it's kind of like, the way he just describes how rumors spread, it makes it sound like a freaking disease. It's a contagious disease that goes from one person to another and infects hundreds within a matter of days, and thousands by the end of the month. This is just a very contagious disease that we call gossip. Yeah. Whatever the reason, her secret was disclosed 10 days before the beginning of third term, and this was the worst news possible. I've got to do something about it. I couldn't think of a solution that easily.
まあ、みなつがここに転校してきた時点で想像できたことだ。気にはしていない。だから貴様も気にするな。
Even if you say so, I can't stand those guys. Those bastards change their attitude so easily.
人間とは昔からそういうものだ。
Amakase's words sounded sad. I see. That was why she hated humans so much. I stopped walking. It was me who had woken her up after all. Amakase turned around from a few steps in front of me.
友達だろ？
She smiled brightly as if she knew my feelings.
桜井、貴様は面白いやつだ。貴様の周りにいる連中もな。面白いやつとは友達になりたいと思う。一緒にいたいと思う。
Yeah, she's right. I believe.
それを知ることができただけでも、みなつは目覚めて幸せだ。貴様が気にすることじゃない。
Amakase.
さあ、そんなところに突っ立ってないで、さっさと帰ろう。
She held out her hand. Yeah. It felt natural taking her hand, so I didn't hesitate. I felt her warmth in the hand. It made no difference whether she was a human or a robot. The warmth was the same. I swore to myself that I would do something for her.
その、なんだ。ちょっと遠回りして帰りたい。そんな気分だ。
Same here. I nodded and started walking with her.
いつまで手を握っている？
Why don't you let go of my hand?
貴様から話せ。
Uh-huh.
貴様が話すまでみなつは話さんからな。
Bring it on. I won't until you do either. Amakase looked a bit excited, but she never let go of my hand. I didn't feel like I should either. So we went home hand in hand, with a little detour along the way. Now this whole talk about hate and all that reminds me of a comment that I got on one of the previous parts, asking, it's not that I hate people, but rather the nature and all that we tend to do and act. Yeah, the latter on that, pretty much. That's the problem with having an overthinking mind, especially one that tends to be negative for the most part, always looking at the flaws and everything. It's like, take for example, if something is incredibly popular, the first thing that I will do is be heavily critical of it, which I hate about myself. And then just like, why? Why can't I just look at the positive? But looking at the negative isn't necessarily a bad thing. I mean, it's just the fact I focus entirely on it that's the bad thing. I mean, if you never look at the negative in things, you'll just be like blindly following something because you only see the positive in it. I want to be able to see the positive and negative equally, but my mind is like, fuck you. It sucks. Otone and Yume were relaxing and watching TV in the living room after dinner. Otone looked like she usually does, but Yume was spacing out a bit. That's how I usually look. What's wrong? The tea is overflowing. She was pouring tea into a cup, but it was overflowing onto the table.
本当だ。ごめんなさい。今拭くから。
Yume grabbed the towel and started wiping up the table.
ゆめちゃん、今日は帰ってきてからずっとそんな調子よ。ぼーっとしちゃって。あ、ごめん。
What happened?
うん。ちょっとね、天笠さんのことを考えてたの。天笠さんって例の付属2年の天笠さん？そう。
After coming back from the ski trip, I told him that Amakase was a robot. Amakase wanted me to tell them. Since I didn't feel good only telling Yume about it, I asked Amakase and Misakoshi-sensei for permission to share the fact with Otne as well. They both looked surprised, but they never changed their attitudes towards Amakase afterwards. I thought that'd be the best way, be the way people would normally react, but it wasn't.
何かあったの？実はね。
Yume told Otne about what had happened after class that day.
今日は兄さんと雪村先輩がたまたま通りかかってくれたからよかったけど、私一人じゃ天笠さんを守りきれないよ。
Otne, can't the student council do something about it? Otne put her forefinger on her lips and started pondering.
ちょっと難しいな。
Why, aren't you the president of the student council? Yume nodded.
あのね、生徒会がその件に関して動くということは、公式に天笠さんがロボットであるということを認めちゃうことになるでしょ？
There is to be no robot discrimination in this school. Oh.
今は気づいた人も含めてごくごく一部の生徒しか知らないのよ。だけど生徒会が動くとなると全校生徒に知れ渡ることになってしまう。それは天笠さんにとってあまり好ましい事態とは言えないでしょ？でも全校生徒に知らせてもみんなをちゃんと注意すれば問題ないんじゃないの？
Doesn't that sound too optimistic?
そうね、弟くんの言う通り。
Even though I told a few people about it, Misakoshi-sensei wants to keep it a secret, so we shouldn't actively tell everyone about it.
そうね、学内だけじゃなくて学外にも漏れてしまう可能性は高いし、その分天笠さんのリスクが高くなるわ。じゃあどうすればいいの？あのままじゃあの子たちどんどんエスカレートしていっちゃうよ。
That's exactly the point. Should I just beat them up? It's like the answer to everything. Beat the crap out of them until they leave you alone.
いや、兄さん、それはどうかと。真面目に考えてよね。
Violence isn't always the answer, man. Just like, isn't always the answer? What do you mean by that? Just like, well, look at it this way. Say someone is like kicking the crap out of you. What are you gonna do? Just like, violence is not the answer, so I'll just let you punch me in the face. Or are you going to, fight back? I mean, you don't have to like beat the ever-loving shit out of them, but at least like, maybe if they like going to punch you in the face, grab the arm, right behind the back, wham! Just like twist the arm and just like, oh no, you don't, you bitch. And just like try to freaking, get them under control. Just like, you're not getting me. That's what I remember, like when me and my brother used to fight a lot. I'd always just go for the arm, twist, round the back, and then BAM! Just smack right on the back. Must have fucking hurt like a bitch. I'm damn serious.
それじゃあ一時的におとなしくなるかもしれないけど、根本的な解決にはならないと思うよ、弟くん。
Even so, what should we do then? Unfortunately, I couldn't think of any good ideas. Well, that's no surprise, but I can't really think of any good ideas either.
しばらく様子見するしかないわね。そんな。
You may look bummed because she couldn't think of a good way to avert the bullying. And that's an example right there, actually. Like, back to the subject of why I feel like so negative about humanity. Bullying is definitely one of them. It's just like, why are we such assholes to each other? It's just like, it's so, just, maybe that's why I feel depressed. Just like, I think too much about the problems in the world. Like, for example, I'd look at the news a lot and just be like, oh, it's the same old tale of war, waste, and just disease, poverty, all this crap. And just like, it made me like, I actually wrote a song about it, and just like, it made me really think. The more you pay attention to this crap, the more it becomes the usual. So empathy starts to become, empathy, or whatever the pronunciation is. And then I was just like, okay, fuck that shit. Just tone it down a bit. Don't pay too heavily attention to it, or that will be the case. I'd like to maintain my empathetic side, So it's just like, don't focus too heavily on it. Just try to find a balance. Because it really it can make you feel like shit, really. That's the thing, man. The news and media just thrives on that crap. We couldn't do anything other than protect Amakase with our own hands. And then on the other side of it all, it's like, okay, sports, celebrities, and I couldn't give a shit either way. It's just like, oh look, just like on the side, it's like, and now the Kardashians or whatever, like in their new clothes and all that, at the beach or some shit like that, just random stuff like that. I'm just like, why is this news? It's just like, on one side we have, like, terrorists. On the other side we have the Kardashians' breasts. It's quite a big gear shift there, isn't it? We couldn't do anything other than protect them because with our own hands.